Hey guys, welcome here to my channel, and today I'm getting straight into a new project here. The video is a little bit later than planned, but I will explain why just in a second. But today I'm going to be building the Dark Ride challenge for this month's Diorama challenge, and this month it is a collaboration with myself and Mrunit64, and he asked me if I would work with him on the project, and to be honest I was thrilled because I was so overwhelmed by this map with building a dark ride. It's something that I'm not specifically good at. I'm more focused on coasters and thrill rides and that kind of theming, and so doing a dark ride, like having a complete storyline and stuff, really scared me. So it was really cool to do the collaboration with Mr. Unit. I'm so happy he approached me to do it, and we put our ideas together, and we've come up with a bit of a plan here, which we've just realized is actually the great movie ride from Hollywood Studios in Disney World. But we didn't realize that at the time when we decided what we were going to do. So the original idea for myself was to do something movie related, of course, and I really wanted to do a Back to the Future dark ride, have the story of that first movie. I love the film, and I thought that'd be really cool. But then we decided that it might be quite difficult to continue that theming and the story out throughout this whole dark ride, because there is quite a lot of theming and rooms to fill in. And so we decided to maybe do like a studio tour, something similar to the movie park studio tour at Movie Park Germany, and that has some really cool theming, some nice kind of aesthetics as well. So we kind of took that idea and decided that what we would do is have some sort of crazy professor or some sort of machine that sucks you from your life and puts you into the movies, and you will go on this ride and you will travel through these classic films that everybody knows. And so one of them, of course, being Back to the Future, because I wanted to do something like that. And we decided just to pick some real classic movies that everybody knows. So we have Alien, Back to the Future, Indiana Jones, and Jurassic Park. Of course, I've built quite a few Jurassic Park things recently, especially on my channel and in Parkitect, with my last challenge being a Jurassic World, kind of half dark ride, half coaster. But I wanted to recreate one of the scenes from the movie and do that as one of the kind of the story rooms within this. And then between the movies, you kind of go through the machine and you get pulled out of that scene or that movie and you get put into another movie. So that was the idea. In the beginning of the video there, I just showed you what Mr. Unit had built, because he was the first person to actually build on this map. And of course I can't show you footage of him building because obviously we're doing it separate, and sometimes we come together and we multiplayer, but filming sometimes in multiplayer is not great because we talk a bit too much, we don't really build much, or you know, I get quite a bad lag when I'm in multiplayer and I'm filming at the same time. So sometimes it's just best just to not film sometimes, and then I just show you around kind of what's been going on, but you've not missed too much from the moments that I haven't filmed. But right now I actually just wanted to start off with just kind of refining the front of the entrance of the ride, which is at this theatre entrance, and that was something that Mr. Unit actually started himself, and when I opened the map to build, I just didn't have a clue where to begin, and so I thought I'll just start here, and then maybe from building a little bit over there I'll get inspired and I can move on to do something else. But I'm quite happy with how the front turned out. I do think the colours need to change. Mr. Unit wants to change the dark grey into some other colours, but we haven't quite got around to doing that just yet. So at the moment it is like kind of blackish dark grey colour still, but I actually quite like it anyway, so if it does stay like that, it's totally fine for me. And then this pink floor here that I did as well was just kind of like an idea. It is currently still there, but we changed the color of it, but I'm not sure about the design itself. And now I'm actually in a multiplayer now, although I cut out the footage of us kind of talking and stuff. I just wanted to do a little sign on the front of the theatre, and our project name for this is actually Theatre 51. Even though I've written 52 there, it's a mistake, I do change it. And this was just me just messing around, just trying to see if something would look cool on the front there. It could be deleted, I don't know. But after doing that, I actually started doing what I thought was the ride entrance, which turned out to be the ride exit. But this was totally inspired by the entrance of the Movie Park Studio Tour Dark Ride roller coaster at Movie Park Germany. The colours and everything was just taken from that because I really love the look of that station and how it is. I just wanted to do my own spin on it and do my own thing. So I've already built half of it off camera, which was actually in the multiplayer. And now I'm just going to basically continue that and kind of show you how I did it. So it's just walls and beams, and then just laying them down, putting some different pillars and things in there as well. There's these really cool lights that I keep using that are on like a tripod stand. They look really cool for this theme. And yeah, and we've got those nice red floors there to represent kind of like a red carpet of a movie event. But this ride, the exit and the entrance are separate, so you actually get off here and then this will go into a gift shop. So the wall of the station, or the exit station here, has to double back. One side is obviously the exit and the other side will be in the gift shop. So I have to make both sides of that look quite pretty and nice. So I'm going to be doing that as well. And then yeah, just basically I was just finding random pieces, seeing what looked best, putting it together. And I wanted to make this open roof kind of style so that we can leave the roof open and so you can see in. It's quite busy, there is a lot going on, but I think you know, it's quite pleasing to look at. There's some really cool things going on in there, and I do actually add a few more details as well from what I've already done, so I'll get onto that as well just in a second. The hardest thing for me at the moment is actually doing triggers, because as you've seen there, I do have some red curtains down and the trains actually kind of come through the curtains, and I wanted the curtains to open as the train comes through, and I can fine tune it and it will work, but it's just because the tracks are laid on top of each other, because they're all like split off into 4 and they come back as 1. When you click on a track segment to be triggered, sometimes it doesn't know which track piece you're clicking, and that's kind of a problem that I've ran into with some of the triggers with this ride, especially in the station anyway. So yeah, like I said, I actually thought this was the entrance and not the exit, so I put all my ideas into this as an entrance, and then when I realized it was the exit, I had to kind of rethink how I'm going to do the entrance of the ride. And so the exit here, obviously I've just made it quite grand. We've got some cameras going on there, and this will lead into, this is the gift shop side now that will go into it. And so for the entrance of the actual ride itself, I decided what can I do story wise, and I thought it'd be quite nice. You go through this pre-show room where there's this old camera and posters, and then which is what Mr. Unit built, and then from there I thought you could go into like a library room where all these film canisters are stored. So that's kind of the idea that I've got going on for that. So I'm going to get into that in another episode at some point. But that's kind of the idea that I've got in my head. And then now I'm just filling in that gift shop with like a red carpet floor, which I think just looks really, really cool, and also ties in with the pre-show area, because that's also got a red carpet floor as well. I'm just tidying up some of the edges here, just kind of using the same pieces that I've already used, just to make it all nice and fit lovely. The gift shop, I haven't got an idea for it yet. Hopefully Mr. Unit has some cool things that he would like to do with the gift shop. Obviously just do some like stalls and have different t-shirts for sale, that kind of thing, but I want to make it look pretty as well, and also have it made so that you can look into it. Just filling up that corridor with smoke there, so when the curtains open you can just see like a smoky corridor. And now some details. So I actually went ahead and made like this little movie, I can't remember what they're called, like the cut thing, and you go, you know. And so I've made this, I've actually put me and Mr. Unit's name on it as the producers, and then the production name is Theatre.1 as our code name, or you know, the project name. And so I've just done that as like a little Easter egg, and then now I'm just putting in that's a wrap, so as it's the end of the ride, so I thought that was quite fitting. And so that's kind of the exit done now. I'm really proud of how that's looking, and I can just basically go from there now with the rest of the theming and stuff. Just wanted to also clean up the front of this facade as well, where the toilets are. This was just real simple, just some cubes. Kept changing the size of the cubes to make it look a bit more interesting. Yeah, really easy this. I just wanted to get that kind of corner done so that it actually looked like I had done something. The thing with doing the collaboration is I feel like I play for hours, but there's not really anything to show that I've been playing for that long. And so when I send the file to Mr. Unit, I'm always like, you know, I've actually done stuff even though it looks like I haven't. But he's been working really hard as well, and what he's been doing is really, really great. So I can't wait to show you some of that as I get into more of these episodes with this project. But that's the little toilet facade area done now. We leave each other little labels and things on the floor using the text feature, where things will go. And sometimes I have a question for him and I say which path texture looks better, and I'll leave some textures on the floor with a little sign for him so he can choose. But that's all for today. I'm just going to show you some screenshots now at the end of the video, but please don't forget to subscribe and give me a thumbs up for this video, and stick around for another episode next time here on my channel, and see you next time. Bye.